And we are here. Possible series finale for the Ohio Only Challenge. Facing off against the Seattle Seahawks, we've dominated this playoff streak so far. 66 total points scored on offense, giving up 10 on defense. The games have not been close, but this is the best record, at least for the regular season, of any team that we've faced so far. Hopefully, it ends up on top. If we don't win, that's fine. We got another 2 seasons to win the Super Bowl. I don't know what day this is going out on, since we've been doing the challenge, that if you guys have been hitting the 50 like goal, that we just post back-to-back days. So I'm not sure if this is posted on a Wednesday, a Saturday, or a random day throughout the week, but whatever day it is, I hope you enjoy this video. Before we play this game, and before we jump into things on the left-hand side, or above me, I guess I should say, make sure you're following over on Twitter. Always linked in the description down below, or you can search BigBearB_gaming. If we win this Super Bowl, tomorrow I will be tweeting out a poll for you guys to vote on what state or states we take over next. So if you want to be a part of choosing what the next challenge is, make sure you're following over there. That's enough plugging. Let's jump into it. Super Bowl Media Day. Every coach's dream is to hoist the Lombardi Trophy as confetti rains down, and you have a chance to do that for the first time this week. What would the mean win to you? It's everything, because if we win, this series is over. Series is done. We move on to the next challenge. Like you said, every coach's dream of this moment, so it would mean everything to me. All the work we put in other words I did not get to say. We've earned 10 staff points. We're already maxed out. But we are playing against a team who's been playing really well. Coach, you're up against the Seahawks this week, and they've been playing great football lately. Can you end their win streak? I'm not going to insult the opponent. There's no need for that, but we're definitely going to be confident. I feel pretty good. They've looked unbeatable the last few weeks, but we have a locker room full of guys ready to step up to the challenge. Again, 66 points to 10. That's all you need to know. The Seahawks are playing well, and all players will have plus 10 break tackle, play recognition, and tackle for this game. The vote of confidence has your team fired up this week, and all players will have the same boost. So without further ado, let's head on into this game against the Seahawks. And you know we're rocking those ice white jerseys. They've helped us so far. And we will be starting the Super Bowl on defense. Had a touchback to start the game. Quick pass to the outside. Pass broke up Jerome Baker. They went with that pump fake to the outside and then went a little bit deeper, but our DBs, even our linebackers, read that extremely well. As there will be another pass here on 2nd and 10. Again to that same area. Another pass breakup. Denzel Ward able to punch that one away. Start the game off with 2 incompletions. Can we keep that rolling here for the 3rd down? Dak Prescott going to roll out and will almost find his receiver. But Jonathan Sapp breaks it up, and that is a 3 and out to start the day. And now for the first time, our offense will be taking the field starting at the 43. Some fantastic field position to start with. We have fake jet sweep, then Zeke down the middle, breaks 2 tackles, and then stopped at midfield, gain of 7. Bring up 2nd and 3. 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen, 1 up top. Will be a slight change to the play there. And then a quick dump off to Ruckert, who will get forward for a little over 12, about 12 yards. First pass play, 1st down, goes to Ruckert. Ruckert's been amazing for us this entire series. Expect for him to have a good Super Bowl. And we're going to find another guy, Rashawn Holiday, who's put together a tremendous tremendous postseason this year. Well, the only year we've been in the postseason. He gets a gain of 14 there, gets us down to the 24. Go with a weak eye, or not a weak, strong eye, actually. It'll be a run to the weak side, though, Zeke. Get about a gain of 3, maybe 4. They'll be generous, give us a gain of 4. 2nd and 6. We stay under center, but have 2 receivers to the bottom, 1 up top. Josie Love in at running back will get the handoff, and he will scoot forward for the first down, breaking first contact, taking a bit of a cheap shot there down at the 9. And Josie Love is a guy I wish that we had in the Cardinals franchise. He would definitely fit that offense very well. 1st and goal at the 9. Schillinger dropping back, pass rush coming in, and there is the sack. One thing with Schillinger, something he hasn't improved on all year, as Ojabo? Not sure, gets the sack. He just doesn't throw the ball away. And we get situations like this where we have 2nd and goal from the 20. Loss of about 11, I believe, on that sack. Schillinger will drop back again. Pass rush coming in and another sack. How about 3rd and goal from the 33? Let's jump in, try to help the team out a little bit. 3rd and goal. 33 yards away. Let that sink in. We have Olave one-on-one in the end zone, and he goes up and not able to bring it down. Pass ends up getting knocked away. We'll send out the field goal unit. Sloman from the 40. Be a 50-yard field goal attempt. This one is up, has the distance, and off the bar. That's not a very good start. And now the Seahawks will take over on offense at the 40. A tight formation here under center for Dak Prescott. Will drop back and scramble out. Hubbard in pursuit and will bring him down for a loss of 12. A lot of sacks so far. And what's that celebration supposed to be there, Hubbard? Keep this PG. 2nd and 22, bunch to the bottom. Looks like the tight end just off the line to the top. Will be a pass for sure. This time to the bottom. Caught by the tight end. Maybe a gain of a little bit. Gain of 3. First completed pass of the night. 3rd and 19. At least we're not the only one having 3rd and longs. Granted, there's still about 10 yards shorter than ours. Davon Hamilton forces the fumble on the sack. Chase Young picks it up. Not able to get by number 64, but we will take over in the red zone. Huge mistake there for Dak Prescott and could be extremely costly. Schillinger and the offense get to start in the red zone. Trips to the top, 1 lone receiver, Garrett Wilson to the bottom. Will be a pass towards the top. Caught at the hashes. That's Rayshawn Holiday, another first down. I'm pretty sure every catch he's had this postseason has been for a first down or what would be a first down. It's been 10 plus every time. And another sack coming in here. I'm jumping in to help finish this out. That's just bad. To start this game for both teams, I think we've had more sacks given up than we've had passes complete, for being honest. We had an option there. I didn't want to force it. Instead, we'll be cautious with it. Schillinger, run over him, and he fumbles the ball into the end zone. Are you kidding me? Anthony Harris recovers. Wow. Let's take a replay here. As we had right here, it looks like the tight end is open, but there's some guys sitting in a couple different spots I wasn't sure about. But when does this ball actually come out? You could argue maybe right there it starts to come loose, just about an inch before he crosses the plane. But we still have the ball with a fresh set of downs all the way over at the other side of the field. I don't know what happened here, but there's nothing I can really do about it. Except, okay, I was going to say unless I throw an interception, because that ball was thrown not where I wanted it to be, but I don't know what happened there. Broken Madden, but I'm assuming no, because yeah, it was definitely in our possession. I don't know. I don't know what happened there. All I could say is broken Madden, but we keep possession, but basically just have to restart the drive. So, I don't know. Will be a pass down the sideline, though, and somehow Olave got that. That looked like a clear interception about to happen, and somehow Olave gets one hand on it. And we're in plus territory. We'll take a look at the replay here because they look like that ball kind of warped into his hands. And did he catch it with the bottom hand? It was tipped and then he caught it with the bottom hand. Okay, Olave. First we had the helmet catch, like, what is it now, 15 years ago? Maybe not 15 years ago, but a long time ago. And now we have the tip one-handed catch, and Zeke headed towards the goal line down at the 5. And that is how we will end the first quarter. Chaos, to say the least. I kind of feel a little cheap, the fact that somehow we maintained possession. Even though it was arguably maybe not fumbled until after he crossed the goal line. I don't know, handed off. Zeke will power forward down to the 2. Also, just realized we're playing in the Cowboys Stadium. We have Zeke and they have Dak Prescott. So, that's fun. Be a run down the middle. No, play action pass. We break a sack. We throw it to the top. And falls incomplete. Ruckert turned into a DB there. I thought we were about to have a Schillinger scramble that maybe worked out better than when I tried. Instead, toss to the top. Zeke, no blocking. I'll at least take a field goal here if we don't hit it off the bar. Sloman out for his second field goal attempt. Will be the first points of this game. Snap back, kick is up. And there are your first points. A field goal after a very weird drive. Or drives. And now the Seahawks back out on offense starting at the 22. They probably feel a little gypped out of a possession after they got a stop on the goal line. Forced fumble, ball through the end zone, but somehow we got the ball back. Weird situation. They get a gain of 6 on their first carry, or first play. And we'll go read option. Dak Prescott trying to get to the bottom and will get by Jonathan Sapp, who eventually catches up to him. Brings him down at the 38, a gain of 10. And they'll come out shotgun set with a fresh set of downs. 2 receivers up top, 1 to the bottom. See what they go with on 1st and 10. It will be a run down the middle. And they have some space, but not a whole lot. Pete Werner will get the stop after a gain of 4. And then it was Robinson on the carry. Bunch set here. Quick pass to the top and off the back of the tight end. Basically tips it to himself. I'm not sure gravity exactly works like that, but 1st and 10 either way. Have a couple receivers to the bottom. Will be a handoff down the middle and stuffed. Pete Werner there as well as Chase Young. And they'll follow up a loss of 1 on 1st down coming out under center. 2 receivers up top, 1 to the bottom. Will be another handoff. This time cuts to the weak side and we'll get a gain of 3 for Ware. His first touch of the day. A tight shotgun set here for 3rd and 8. Basically at midfield. Dak's going to step up. Might scramble, might just be buying time. He will scramble and have plenty for the 1st down, sliding down in front of Okudah. That's a rush of 15, 1st down. Gets them down to the 34. A little over 3 minutes left in the half. And they've yet to get any points on the board. We've barely gotten 3 on ourselves as we get a rush of 3 here from Robinson. I believe that again was Werner on the stop. Trips to the bottom, twins up top, empty set. Dak Prescott take the snap, quick pass across the middle, almost intercepted. Pete Werner read that from the get-go, but just wasn't able to hold on to it. Bring up a 3rd and 7 with trips to the bottom. Tight end just off the line to the top, and will be a pass all the way down to the bottom. And Sauce Gardner almost had his 2nd interception of the postseason. Would have been a big Super Bowl INT. Instead, field goal unit out, kicking about a 48-yarder. This one is up, and that one's through. We'll tie the game up. They don't doink it off one of the bars like we did. And following a holding on the kick return, we'll start at the 16. Barely over 2.5 minutes. Quick pass to the top. Ruckert will get the catch, about a gain of 4. We'll see how the offense does by themselves and if I need to jump in to help course correct the 2-minute drill here. Most likely I will need to, as we basically drain about 20 seconds off the clock and then don't find anybody. I'm definitely jumping in after this 2-minute warning. 3rd and 7 at the 19. Need to make sure we at least get the first down here. We're going to have a couple different options of guys we could go for. We might just end up needing to step up here with Schillinger and slide down. Go into hurry up, not really go back into it. Make sure we keep the drive going here. Go with a bit of play action. Try to get some guys down the field. Got Olave with a nice separation. Gets the catch down to the 45. And before I celebrate, need to actually make sure we just continue running some plays here. And by running plays, I mean actually running some plays. Zeke will get forward to the 30. And now we have 3 timeouts. We could chill a little bit. 1st and 10 already down to the 30. Will come out empty set. Have a couple different deep options as well as some options underneath. And I'm not liking really any of them. We're going to need to throw that one away. Had a couple receivers in the area. 2nd and 10. Same formation. Staying empty here. Paris Campbell in at the slot to the right-hand side. Hasn't seen the ball too much this year, but definitely has some speed, but another sack. We've given up, 5 sacks already in this Super Bowl? We'll call a timeout. And really need someone to block here for us. Schillinger, player icon, is in the red, which normally doesn't mean anything very good for us. We're going to have Olave in the back of the end zone, and he can't hold on to it. What a shame. Was a great pass there from Olave. Instead, Sloman out to kick the field goal. And we'll take a late lead before half. 28 seconds left, and we go up 6-3. Now the Cowboys do have all 3 timeouts and 26 seconds left on the clock. 50 yards will get them into field goal range for sure. We got some pressure coming, but weren't able to get there. But we do get the quick stop, and it doesn't look like they're going to use their timeouts. No. So we're both okay to head into halftime. This is a close game, though, 6-3. As we head in for a quick breather, take a look at the stats. Minus 11 passing yards for the Seahawks, 40 rushing yards. We're playing better. We're just not getting the ball into the end zone. Luckily for us, though, we will be receiving the second half kickoff. That is Josie Love back to return. He'll get us a decent starting spot up to about the 29. Exactly the 29. So let's see if Schillinger and the offense can get things going here. We come out in the diamond set. 2 fullbacks in the backfield to lead the way for Zeke, who scoots forward for a little bit. Still fighting. He's still going. And finally down after a gain of 7. Talk about second effort. 2nd and 3 will come out 2 receivers up top, 1 at the bottom. Really struggling to get the ball downfield consistently. We'll dump this one off to Zeke, who cuts up. We'll get about a gain of 10-ish yards close to midfield, marked down at the 47. And back to that diamond formation. We typically don't run this all too often. Looks like Josie Love in, though, at running back. He'll take the handoff. We'll maybe get a couple yards. Yeah, gain of 2, marked just shy of midfield on the football icon of the NFL logo. As we go back to shotgun set for a read option. We haven't seen us run the read option all too much in the recent, at least in the playoffs. But we'll work a little bit, bringing up 3rd and short. We'll come out with a twin set to either side. Zeke in the backfield, make a quick audible, maybe hot route. Doesn't get anyone to jump on the cadence, and awful screen pass. So we'll be punting this one away. It's been all defense today. 6-3 with about a little under 6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Will be a run right down the middle, bounces off of a blocker, and we'll scoot forward for a gain of 8. Definitely their best rush of the day so far. And then they'll go out spread with a bunch to the bottom. Looks like maybe a tight end just off the line to the top. It will be maybe it was an RPO. Looked like they were setting up a receiver screen to the bottom. They end up handing it off, and only a gain of 1. Pete Warner gets in there to make the stop, and on 3rd and 1, we don't really have much of a presence in the middle. I don't like that very much, but they go with a run down the middle, and Jerome Baker, never mind what I'm saying, he gets a stop basically at the line of scrimmage. 4th and 1, they should be punting away. And we really need to get this offense going, and considering this might be the last time I'll have a chance to play with this team, I'm going to jump in here, see what we can get going. And we do have an open receiver. That pass might have been thrown a bit too far, and Olave just not able to get the feet in. Schillinger really needs to place that better. He didn't need to have that be on the sideline. Could have been, honestly, just anywhere between the numbers and the sideline. Zeke, with some good blocking, will scoot forward for a gain of 3. Or not a gain of 3, gain of 6. It's double that. And on 3rd and 4. Risky play, but we're going to stick with it. We're going to send Olave on the jet sweep. Try to get around the edge. He's got plenty of speed and will barely get around the edge and out of bounds at the 36. You could tell fatigue is setting in with this team right now. That honestly might be why they're struggling to get some of the deep passes downfield. Is just we don't have our full bit of energy, and a great stop up front there from 96. Brings down Zeke after only a gain of 2. Come out and play action here. Same formation. And we have a couple different options. And that pass luckily swatted away. He got hit when he went to release it and ended up taking quite a bit off the throw. But Schillinger, I think, a little under 50% on his passes today. Gonna get a completion here, I hope. Yes, Olave makes a nice adjustment and will give us a first down to the 15. 9 of 17, so that does barely get us past 50% completion. In the previous couple games, he's maybe missed like 3 or 4 passes. It's just been very difficult today with the pass rush here from the Seahawks. It's just been a lot. 2nd and 11. Got to find some way to beat their pressure. We're going to try to run a slip screen here. And we do have blockers out in front if we could utilize them. Unfortunately, they're a little bit slow. We'll bring up 3rd and inches. I think it's time for Ben Pierce. And in the backfield, Gilliam to help lead the way. And number 2 power back, Ben Pierce, with plenty of blocking, will push and barely stretch his way into the end zone. Who would have thought the first touchdown of the Super Bowl would go to Ben Pierce? But that does now give us a 2-score lead, a 10-point game, 13-3. As they come out with that I formation, then pass across the middle complete to their slot receiver, number 17, gain of 8. Looks like they kind of go into a little bit of a hurry with about 45 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And trying to get things going will be a run here and a first down to Robinson. Back to, or not back to, but to about the 40. Actually, I would say that's more of the 41. But either way, first down, bunch to the bottom, one lone receiver up top. Dak Prescott will drop back, fire across the middle, and a drop from his tight end. That was a hideous drop. Had the first down and literally threw the ball out of his hands. Will be another pass across the middle, this time caught by their other tight end, though, maybe receiver. Who knows? Either way, a completion for 5, and that will end the 3rd quarter. We will start the 4th with a 3rd and 5, and apparently I need water because my voice almost just cut out. So to start the 4th, we do have that 3rd and 5. Will be another pass across the middle, complete. This time to number 80, who had that awful drop earlier. And that was a Jay Woods. I want to say that is a draftee, at least not a name that I can think of off the top of my head. Will be a run down the middle and about a gain of 3. Actually be a little nice to him. Give him a gain of 4. I would say the two teams actually playing very similar styles, if not using the same exact playbook. Another bunch formation here for the Seahawks will be a pass across the middle underneath to Woods, who catches it and stumbles for the first down. He actually ends up getting just as many yards as he had pre-catch, post-stumble. So there's interesting. Be another first down play here for the Seahawks to go with a stretch up top. And they have the edge. Jerome Baker just able to get a hand on the running back to bring him down. Will still be a gain of 4. A very long and methodical drive so far for the Seahawks, and that's maybe partially working in their favor. And what a snag, number 17. Just one hand picks it out of the air, while almost, I would argue, being pass interfered with. 3rd and 2, though, I formation. We come out with what looks like one of our base defenses, and a pass across the middle will not find the intended target. And the field goal unit comes out, kicking from the 31, make it a 41-yarder. This would make it a 1-score game. Kick is up, and it is good. Will be a 1-score game, 13-6. And let's head out here with our Ohio-only offense. Chew clock is on. It's time to play some smart football. Zeke down the middle gets a gain of 6, and we'll get this clock rolling. 2nd and 4, they're bringing a little bit of pressure. I would like to get a play-action rollout, but we really don't have that. So let's just try to get to the outside. Decent blocking, but Ruckert whiffs on the needed block on number 50. We'll bring up 3rd and inches. Ben Pierce checks out Zeke for 3rd and inches. A must need for the first down. And yeah, great blocking. No problem there at all. We get about a gain of 8. And I just have a feeling that the Seahawks are going to be finding ways to bring some extra pressure. So we're going to try to set up some screen passes here. Josie Love will get the catch. About a gain of 6-7 yards. And on 2nd and 4, we're going to run a little bit of read option. See what this outside guy does. He reads it very well. Zeke will power forward for the first down, though. No problem there. And I really wanted Ruckert to have a good game, but we haven't been passing the ball as well as I would have thought we would have been as the 2-minute warning hits. We could probably take about one more shot, but the rest I want to make sure we stay underneath, keep this clock rolling. And we have an option, Ruckert in the end zone, and that one's actually almost picked off. So let's go back to the run. Josie Love back there has some fresh legs. We've got some good blockers in front, but we are facing Patrick Queen, who is a good middle linebacker. We need to make sure we're blocking Josie Love, not able to get around him, try to use that speed to get by him. But he's a sure tackler in open field. 3rd and 9. We come out trips to that right-hand side. Going to motion over Josie Love to that side. Send him on a bit of a wheel route. Wilson going deep to clear the underneath. We'll see what we could get, and that's going to be an open Josie Love who secures the catch. Would have liked for him to stay in bounds, but that just might have sealed our victory. That play intended to go for Josie the entire way. The defense didn't react in time. We just need to run some clock out. Or how about we get close to the end zone and tackle just shy. And we're going to have a little fun here. We brought in an extra offensive lineman where Ruckert normally plays. He moves to fullback. And we're running a fullback dive. Ruckert plows through. And he is in. 2 guys who you wouldn't think would have rushing touchdowns in this game are the only players with a touchdown. But we are not done. We're going to go for 2 here just to really try to put this game away. And we're going to have an open Olave. He's got to have a catch in the end zone, even if it's a 2-point conversion. Make this a 21-6 game. And this series is wrapping up. Barring a miracle, the Seahawks find themselves down 15 points. And that should be all we really need. Pass slapped away, almost caught by number 11, and almost intercepted by Jerome Baker. But it should just be about it. Just slinging the ball deep is all Dak Prescott and the Seahawks can do here. Or slinging it to the outside. Caught and then tackled by number 27. I have no idea who number 27 is. So some of our young guys, I guess, are out there getting some play time. Pass to the outside again, broken up. Intended for number 34, Jonathan Sapp broke it up. 4th and 10. We get the stop here. We can kneel out the clock in victory formation. Will be a pass. Obviously, Dak Prescott to the top of the screen. And dropped once again by their tight end, Woods. And we'll kneel this one out and end this series. Schillinger and the offense. Seattle does have 1 timeout left. They will probably use it after this play, as I called. And with a few seconds left to tick off the clock, let's have a bit of fun. One last throw into the end zone for Schillinger. He's got an open receiver, and it just becomes a glob mess of players. But just like that, we have won the Super Bowl. Challenge complete for the state of Ohio. In 3 seasons, we build a team strictly from players from schools like Ohio State, Ohio, Toledo, Akron, Ball State, I think, is one of them. A bunch of different schools, all from the state of Ohio. Cincinnati, another one. And we get the job done. Season 1, we won 4 games. Season 2, we won 6. In Season 3, we won 13. Put together a dominant performance in the divisional round, and they're highlighting here like maybe it was something good for us. I don't know. But a dominant performance in the AFC Championship and the divisional round. Super Bowl didn't go as smoothly, but it's the Super Bowl. It's supposed to be the two best teams. And the defenses played really well. We just made some more plays. Had some good highlight plays like that from Olave. Backups like Ben Pierce came in and made some good plays. And Davon Hamilton wins player of the game with 1 tackle and 1 sack. That doesn't tell you the type of game this is. I don't know what else does. But Ohio will go down so far in the series of state challenges as completion, finish, victory. The quickest that we've done so far. We started with California. We won in 4. Ohio set the new record with 3. And for the last time, we will see Schillinger, Jerome Baker, and a couple, I think Zeke, that's who it was. I saw 15, I was thinking Paris Campbell. Olave also up there. Some fantastic players. And with that victory, this series has come to a close. I hope you guys have enjoyed the Ohio Only Challenge, and we'll go follow over on Twitter so you could vote as to who the next team will be. I will be posting that tomorrow, so make sure as soon as you watch this, you head over there to vote. That poll will be live for 24 hours, so that way I could get started recording as quickly as possible. I don't know what day this is coming out. If we have a decent gap between this and the normal release date for the state-only challenges being Wednesday and Saturday, then it'll be out on the next normal day. If it's only like a day in between, I might need a little bit more time to get everything recorded and edited. But as we finish this episode, the finale, that now that we know, we'll take one last look at the roster to see how far we've come. Paul Schillinger in his rookie year out of Miami of Ohio goes up quite a bit. He definitely was not an 80 anything at the beginning of the season. Goes up to superstar, could very well even go to a superstar X Factor if we were continuing. But he ends with a boost to his stats, really good for a rookie quarterback. I mean, 96 throw power, 86 deep, 84 medium, 85 short. His running was all right. The fumbles, but nowhere near as bad as Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. And he's an actual running quarterback. Darren Tennant, our backup rookie quarterback, 61 overall. Chris LaRubio, who really didn't get to see the field all too often. He was our actual backup at a 59. In the running back department, we had a lot of different rotational guys back there, but it was always Zeke who got himself back up into the 90s at a 95. Josie Love came in, played amazing. He was a spot starter with the Madden forced injury that we had to Zeke in the later half of this season. Played really well in that game, and whenever he got a chance to go out there, he played well. Yeah, I would even say the same for Ben Pierce. Although his carries were far less, he made them count. He had several touchdowns. Fullback Reggie Gilliam here since the beginning, up to a 73. Our receivers, most of which, again, we've all had since the beginning besides Paris Campbell. Chris Olave up to an 88 overall as a 24-year-old. Garrett Wilson, 84 as a 24-year-old. Rashawn Holiday, 84 as a 23-year-old. Then our backups with Paris Campbell at an 80, Austin Mack, and KJ Hill Jr., who really didn't get to see the ball, or really any playtime besides preseason. They end up with a 71 and 70 respectively. Tight end, Jeremy Ruckert, get him. He's insane. 3 years in a row, about 1,000-yard receiver, like 6 to 8 touchdowns. He ends as an 80 overall. DeGuara also was a really good backup for us this year. Taylor Decker, an 85 overall. Andrew Norwell, 86. Corey Lindsley, one of the best centers in the game, 94 overall. Josh Myers up to a 79. And then Jonah Jackson, I know we traded for. Some of these other guys we've had for majority of the entire time. But he's up to an 86. Chase Young, I know we definitely traded for, up to a 97. Jonathan Cooper, who was getting some spot play. They list him as a future starter, maybe on a different team. But trade target, for sure. A 75 overall. Tyreek Smith, 71. Right end, Sam Hubbard played really well. Considered maybe replacing him after this year. He would be turning 30. He finishes 81 overall and actually had a really good last season. The playoffs, he definitely played pretty well. Davon Hamilton, we did trade for, ends at an 84. Togiai, who we had since the beginning, he definitely grew. I wouldn't say he was a spectacular guy, but someone who you could progress into something. We'll take a quick look at what his ratings are in case you're curious about how he builds. Up to 97 strength with 80 block shedding. He's definitely primarily just a run stopper and nose tackle. Cole Lawrence, his rookie year, didn't really get to see him play all too much, but up to a 79, and he did make some plays when out on the field. But the main guy, Jerome Baker, up to an 88 overall. When he first came into the league, he was a pretty decent, good name middle linebacker, and then he's kind of fallen off a little bit. But in this series, huge resurgence. Without him, I don't think our defense was anywhere near as good as they were. At right outside linebacker, we had Pete Werner, who definitely progressed well up to an 84. At corner, this is probably the group we made the biggest changes to-ish. Well, we did move around a couple different guys and bringing in some couple different guys, but Denzel Ward up to a 98, our highest overall player. Sauce Gardner up to an 85. Jeff Okudah, 81. Sheffield, 76. And then Womack and Bryant, both 71. Jonathan Sapp, he wasn't a huge playmaker, but he wasn't targeted all too often. And when he was, we at least saw in the postseason, he broke up a lot of passes, up to an 83. And then strong safety, Von Bell, another guy who was up to potentially get replaced after this season, up to an 86. But Sam Sloman, give the kicker credit. He started as like a 66 or maybe a 65 overall, and he played very well for us. Punter Cameron Johnston was only here this last year, but he got the job done when we needed him to. Luckily, we did win because we didn't have any picks prior to like a mid-third round. So glad we were able to get that job done. And hey, even to boost it, contract extended here for Chris Carter. I hope you guys enjoyed this Ohio-only challenge and that you stick around for the future whatever state challenge we're going to do. Make sure, again, like I said, follow over on Twitter so that way you can vote on that poll. I will be posting that tomorrow, at least the day after this video is posted. If you're watching this in the future, well, you might have missed it. You might not have. So still go over and check Twitter. I also have the Cardinals traditional franchise going as well. If you're more interested in watching the traditional style of Madden where you play every single down, offense, defense, special teams, check that out over, well, it's on this channel. So check that playlist on the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed and that you're excited for the next state only. And until that time, we'll see you next time. Bye.